All right, today we're jumping into a really fascinating and honestly, a surprisingly practical concept from the world of chaos magic. It's called a servitor, and it's this idea that treats a thought not just as, something that happens inside your head, but as something you can actually build, program, and put to work for you. Okay, let's get into it. So let's just kick things off with this question. What if you could program a thought to work for you? I mean, really think about that. What if you could take an intention, say a desire to find a new job, or protect your home, or even just build a new habit, and turn it into this autonomous little agent that just works on that goal for you, 24/7, humming along in the background? Well, that right there is the essential promise of a servitor. So, what is it exactly? Well, the official definition is an intentionally created, semi-autonomous psychic entity designed to execute a specific task. But let's be real. A better way to think about it is like this. You're not summoning something, you're writing a piece of psychic software. You define its function, you code it with your intention, and then you hit launch. To really get a handle on this, we gotta look at the core concept, because this isn't just some vague, floaty idea. A servitor is a tool made of thought, and it has some very specific, and I mean very functional rules that make it work. And this is where the lines get drawn really clearly. First off, a servitor is a tool. It's not a pet, it's not a companion, it's not your friend. It exists to do one single, very specific job. It's also built with a limited lifespan. You launch it, it does its thing, and then, and this is important, you dissolve it. And maybe most crucially, in the super pragmatic world of chaos magic, whether it's real or not is kind of beside the point. Does it work? That's all that matters. Results are everything. This idea of creating artificial helpers, it's not new at all. You can see echoes of it everywhere throughout history. In ancient Egypt, you had shawaptis, these little figures that were supposed to do your work for you in the afterlife. In Jewish folklore, there's the famous golem, a protector literally made from clay. The modern servitor is just a streamlined, dogma-free version of that exact same impulse, just retooled for the 21st century. Okay, so the concept is pretty clear, but how do you actually build one of these things? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual blueprint for turning an idea into an active agent. The whole process, from start to finish, hinges on one thing: clarity. Absolute clarity. As one source puts it, vague instructions lead to erratic behavior. It's basically the magical version of garbage in, garbage out. If your intention is fuzzy, your servitor is going to be useless at best and maybe even a little counterproductive at worst. So the process is actually really structured. Step 1, you define a crystal clear positive intent. Not, I want to stop being broke, but something like, this servitor will bring new financial opportunities to me. Step 2, you design its body. You give it a unique name, a visual form so you can picture it, and a sigil, which is like its symbolic source code. Third, you charge and launch it. This is usually done in an altered state of consciousness called gnosis, just a moment of intense, single-pointed focus where you pour all your energy and will into that sigil. And last but not least, you plan its death. You set a kill switch or a specific lifespan just for good psychic hygiene, so it doesn't become some rogue program running around. So, you've built your piece of psychic software. Now what? What do you actually do with it? Well, the applications are incredibly varied. I mean, they range from the super mundane to the pretty darn complex. So, what can you do with one? Well, you could create a servitor to act as a sort of psychic guard dog for your home, or one to act like a magnet for a specific goal, like landing that new job. Ever lose your keys? You could create a little fetch servitor to help you find them. You can even use them to reinforce personal habits, like creating one to nudge you to study every day. And in our modern world, some people even create digital familiars to, say, protect their online assets or help manage information. Now, you hear the term thought form get thrown around a lot, but to really, truly understand what a servitor is, it's actually super helpful to understand what it isn't. So let's do a quick side-by-side comparison. Okay, let's break this down. A servitor, right? Created by one person. It's a functional tool, and sentience is absolutely not the goal. A tulpa, on the other hand, is also created by one person, but with the specific goal of it becoming a fully conscious companion. And then you've got the egregore, which is totally different. It's not an individual creation at all. It's a collective thought form, born from the shared belief and energy of a group, kind of like the spirit of a nation, a brand, or a corporation. We can get even more specific by looking at a servitor's core component, the sigil. Think of it this way. A sigil is the static symbol. It's the blueprint. It's the source code for your desire. The servitor. Well, the servitor is what happens when you hit run. It's the dynamic, active program that actually goes out and does the work over time. So here it is, the big question. How does any of this supposedly work? Well, Chaos Magick is flexible. It offers a few different operating models, and a practitioner might just switch between them depending on whatever feels like it's going to get the job done. First up, there's the psychological model. This theory suggests that a servitor is basically a part of your own subconscious that you've intentionally butted off, given a name, and assigned a job. It's a powerful act of psychodrama, a way of personifying a piece of your own mind so you can consciously direct it toward a goal. Next, you've got the technomantic or cyber magic model. This one frames your mind as the hardware, your will as the programmer, and the servitor as a piece of software. You write the script with your intent, you hit execute in that moment of gnosis, and then it just runs as a background process in your mind until the task is complete. And finally, there's the spiritual model. This is the most traditional way of looking at it. It suggests that you are in fact creating a genuine, non-physical being. Sure, it's artificial, but it exists independently on other planes, the astral, the etheric, you name it, and it works from there to influence things in our world. So, which one is it? Is it psychological, software, or spiritual? In Chaos Magick, that's completely the wrong question to ask. The attitude is summed up perfectly here. Whether a servitor is real is irrelevant. What matters is that the magician can generate sufficient belief to make it function. The reality of it just doesn't matter. The results do. And that really leaves us with this core tension. And a final question to think about. Is belief just a powerful tool for programming the content of your own mind? Or is it the actual key that unlocks your ability to program reality itself? Something to chew on.